From WBKO, your hometown news leader. This is 13 News at 6.
Breaking news. A police standoff going on right now. Hello, everyone. I'm Gene Burke. Police have been on scene on Humble Avenue in Glasgow for over an hour to an hour and a half. Officials say a man is inside who keeps coming in and out. Negotiators are on scene and using a microphone trying to plead with the man to come out. No info on what led up to this, and a heavy police presence is there, SWAT as well. We'll continue to update you on this story as more details become available. Many are topping their tanks on news of a major pipeline shutdown. 13 News reporter Brandon Jarrett spoke with Johnson Oil in Franklin today, who say panic buying at the pumps may be having more of an impact on supply than the pipeline shutdown itself.
News of the Colonial pipeline cyber attack have drivers dashing to the pumps to fuel up in what they think is going to be a fuel shortage. But Franklin Oil, a fuel distributor here in Franklin, Kentucky, says if we continue to fuel up as normal, there'll be enough gas to go around for everyone.
On Wednesday, gas stations throughout South Central Kentucky closed early or posted signs that certain grades were unavailable.
A lot of the stations don't have like premium and 89 gas. They only have like regular gas. This little car is pretty good on gas, and it takes 87, so we should be good.
Franklin Oil in Franklin, Kentucky, who supply gasoline throughout our region and also Tennessee, say at this time there's no shortage of gas.
People are panicking and getting in long lines and trying to get filled up, when if they would just get what they need when they need it, and everybody do that, then we won't really run out of fuel. Colonial Pipeline fuels about 50% of the southeast states, so there's another 50% that is still flowing and still available.
Johnson Oil says fuel is being allocated on a 24-hour basis for top-offs, so when people run the pumps, gas stations can't replenish until the next day.
At the moment, we're seeing a lot of panic buying, a lot of just fears that people aren't going to be able to fill up their tank before they go to work. What would you say to people that are out there filling up gallons and gallons at the pump?
That's the problem. We've even had an instance of somebody cleaning out an old tank and wanting to fill it up with gas, and actually pulled up to a gas station and just started pumping into like a 200 or 300 gallon tank, just because they're afraid they're going to run out of gas. Don't do that. You're the reason why we're running out.
Now, at this time, Colonial Pipeline are working on restoring operations back to full capacity, so any fuel shortages that we see will be short-lived. Franklin Oil says that they are speaking with local first responders and local farmers to ensure that if there is a fuel shortage, they'll have access to the resources they need.
Reporting in Simpson County, Brandon Jarrett,
WBKO News.
U.S. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm has just announced that Colonial Pipeline will restart operations this evening. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman visited Bristow Elementary School in Warren County this afternoon. She announced funding for 3 school safety projects. The bulk of the money will go to reconstruct traffic flow outside Bristow Elementary, preventing drivers from having to make a left turn out of the school against traffic.
Since I arrived in 2015, this is a need that has been evident. We've worked with the Transportation Department and state and local police agencies to begin to study and analyze the problem. And this is a project that has been a long time coming.
District 3 of the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet will be handling the construction of the new road and sidewalk improvements.
Hey everybody, Shane Holiday live out of the Bowling Green Ballpark, where it is game 2 of the series with the Hot Rods against the Asheville Tourists. And of course, the Hot Rods, after a year off, are back in action. That means this fella is back in action out here at the ballpark too. This is Elliot Stahl. He's the man in charge of concessions out here at the Bowling Green Ballpark. And Elliot, you've also had a hand in building these new suites out here, which, dare I say it, are pretty sweet indeed.
Yes, they are. It's one of the good things we have here at the ballpark. New addition this year is we have 3 outdoor suites with nice seating. They're available for rent from the ticket office.
Right, and of course, the concessions, which I just mentioned that you are the man in charge of.
That's right.
We've got a special promotion going on tonight, is that right?
So tonight is our first $1 hot dog night. So come on down to the stadium, get yourself a $1 hot dog. That'll run every Wednesday for the rest of the season.
Awesome. And of course, the gates are open now. The first pitch is coming up in about 30 minutes at 6:35. And besides just hot dogs, of course, hot dogs, popcorn, you can get that here, Cokes as well. But what else do you have in the concessions besides the usual flair?
So you can find all your ballpark favorites with lots of new items this year. Every stand has brand new items across the board. We got our new spicy chicken sandwiches. Those are quite popular right now. Also got our custom burger cart that'll be open on the weekends. Also upstairs in the club, brand new menu, and we're very excited about all that.
As are we, and my stomach is excited just thinking about that right now. Thank you, Elliot, very much.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's Elliot Stahl with the Hot Rods. And hey, we got a great evening for baseball here at the ballpark. Let's check out the scene from the ballpark. Our AAA Systems live weather cam. We have a mostly sunny sky over Bowling Green. That will translate to a mostly clear sky as we move into the upcoming evening. But of course, with the northeast wind flow, it is going to be a little on the cool side, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to grab at least a light jacket or sweater if you are heading to the ballpark this evening. Otherwise, the weather will be fine. Temperatures across most of the region are running in the 60s, and once the sun goes down, we will quickly fall into the 50s this evening. So that underscores the reason why you'll want a light jacket or sweater while stepping out the door. Doppler Max HD, it is clear in all directions from Bowling Green. Severe clear, as we like to call it, the business. High pressure in control. And for the Hot Rods forecast this evening, readings in the low 60s now will cool into the 50s during the course of the game tonight under fair skies. Of course, the Hot Rods are back in action again tomorrow night, and we'll look at what's expected weather-wise for that, as well as the upcoming weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Shane. Looks like fun out there. Today's Kentucky coronavirus numbers show 680 new cases of COVID-19 in the Commonwealth for a total of over 450,000 cases. 9 new deaths reported today, 1 new audit death. Our state death total now 6,630. And our positivity rate is 3.08%. Following the CDC's decision to recommend the vaccine for 12 to 15-year-olds, MedCenter Health says they'll provide shots for that age group beginning Sunday. The MedCenter says they're partnering with local pediatricians' offices as well. Parents can go to Graves Gilbert or Bowling Green Internal Medicine if they're more comfortable getting their children vaccinated at a pediatrician's office. According to the MedCenter, they prefer individuals text to make an appointment, but they do accept walk-ins. Text COVID to 270-796-4400 to make an appointment. The founder of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital said, "No child should die in the dawn of life." You can help Danny Thomas keep that promise by reserving your $100 ticket for this year's St. Jude Dream Home and a lot of great other prizes. All the money goes to St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Lauren Hansen has a look at this year's house.
I'm out here in McCoy Place subdivision with a man who has a very big heart. I'm talking about Daryl Sweets of Sweets Design Build, the builder of the 2021 St. Jude Dream Home. And now, Daryl, you have been involved with us for many years, so many years we can't even count them now. So tell me why you keep coming back year after year.
You know, we are happy to be involved year after year. The community gives so much great support for St. Jude. Every time we ask and have people come support this project, people step up in spades, and it's just great to see people come and do it. We're happy to be involved. We want to give back to the community. We have local patient families who've been involved in St. Jude and their mission, and we see it affect people local, and we also see it affect people globally. So we want to be a part of that every year that we can.
And now last year we had the fastest sellout in Bowling Green history. Tell people why they need to get their ticket as soon as they can.
Yeah, last year was amazing. We had all the world in an uproar, and we sold out the fastest, and that was a blessing. This year we're looking to repeat and do the same thing. So we encourage everybody to support this project and to help St. Jude in any way possible.
Yeah, and the best part is the first weekend last year, we sold more than half of our tickets in that first weekend alone.
Yeah, it was fast. It was really fast. Everyone was amazed. Hopefully we'll see the same thing this year. We've got a great product for everyone to see and be able to view. And again, our main mission is to support St. Jude and those kids at St. Jude.
All right, and the website once again will be dreamhome.org. You'll go to the Bowling Green house to see this amazing house built by Daryl Sweets of Sweets Design Build and all the other great prizes you can win for reserving your $100 St. Jude Dream Home ticket.
You can also get your tickets by going to wbko.com/dreamhome or by calling 1-800-834-5461. You can also get them in person at Legacy Outdoor Power Equipment, Bowling Green Home Furnishings, or Houchins locations across the area. For a full list, go to WBKO.com. And if you get your ticket by midnight, May 16th, you'll be eligible to win our Tickets on Sale prize, a Spartan zero-turn mower, courtesy of Legacy Outdoor Power Equipment. You'll also be entered to win a year of gas and groceries valued at $4,800, courtesy of Houchins Industries, and a $10,000 shopping spree, courtesy of Bowling Green Home Furnishings. Some Bowling Green police officers spent time this morning building with Habitat for Humanity. 5 police officers and one of their sons helped build the structural walls for a 3-unit townhome that will go up at Durban Estates. Habitat for Humanity is in the process of building those houses for future homeowners as part of a big project.
There are many ways to serve your community, and this is just another one of them. This is important, and people need a place to live, and this matters, and it's an opportunity to be a part of something that matters. That's a little off what we do every day, but still just as important. And we were thankful to be allowed to come and volunteer with them.
The police department says they'll continue to help Habitat with this large project.
You're watching 13 News at 6.
The Warren County Sheriff's Office has reopened and is actively investigating the homicide of Twilight Crooks nearly 20 years ago. With recent assistance from the FBI's forensic team and newer technology, we hope to identify the DNA of anyone associated with the death or disposal of Twilight Crooks' body. Sheriff Brett Hightower has taken a special interest in this case and tells us about it in tonight's Crime of the Week.
The investigation revealed that on the afternoon of August 28, 2001, Twilight Crooks received a phone call that was traced back to the Plano Country Store from a payphone outside. It is believed that after this call, Twilight left her home. It wasn't until September 10th, 2 weeks later, Twilight's body was found fully clothed in a wooded area just off Matlock Old Union Church Road. When located, Twilight was wearing what appeared to be a jersey-type shirt from Edmonson County. If you have knowledge on this case, now is the time to come forward. If you believe that you may have seen or heard anything pertaining to this case investigation, you need to contact Crime Stoppers immediately. Your knowledge of those involved in this homicide or disposal of the body of Twilight Crooks can bring those responsible to justice.
If you know anything about this cold case murder of Twilight Crooks, please call South Central Kentucky Crime Stoppers at 781-CLUE. Toll free at 866-842-CLUE. Download their P3 Tips app for your mobile device or go to the Crime Stoppers story at WBKO.com to get to their website. You could get up to $1,000 for your anonymous tip. The Glasgow Police Department celebrated National Police Week by honoring fallen law enforcement officers today. At the ceremony, flags were lowered and wreaths were laid to honor those officers who died in the line of duty. The Glasgow Police Chief and the Barron County Sheriff then read out the names of those who died in the line of duty. Police Chief Jennifer Arbogast says this ceremony was a little heavier this year, given the climate surrounding law enforcement officers.
We're very blessed with our community, very blessed. They stick together with us, they take care of us, we take care of them. But across the nation, people need to understand that not all police officers are bad. There's good ones. And no matter what we get, no matter how we get treated, we will still be there.
In Washington, D.C., there's a memorial honoring more than 22,000 officers who died in the line of duty. Around 500 of them are from Kentucky. So far this year, 120 U.S. officers have died in the line of duty.
Not a bad day today. Still a little on the cool side despite all that sunshine. Checking the day's numbers, our high temperature officially at the Bowling Green Airport was 67 this afternoon after a morning start of 51. Both readings still below seasonal averages, but things will be gradually warming in the days ahead. We're going to tell you more about it right here from the ballpark next.
This stock market report is brought to you by the retirement planning specialists at Tony Walker Financial. First Alert Weather, sponsored by Med Center Health.
Hey, Shane Holiday back live here at the Bowling Green Ballpark for the second night of the Hot Rod Series against the Asheville Tourists. Of course, the Hot Rods were victorious last night. They're looking to make it 2 in a row here at home tonight. Last night, their first home game since September of 2019. My first time out here at this ballpark in 2 years, and I can tell you, it feels great to be back here at the ballpark. We have great weather, the sun beating down on us right now. We needed all that sunshine just to warm us into the upper 60s this afternoon, but hold on because warmer times are ahead. Let's show you what's going on outside the city right now under blue skies as we check our AAA Systems live weather cam looking into Bowling Green, where the current temperature is still running in the 60s. We have fair skies, just a couple of high-thin cirrus clouds showing up, and that's pretty much it. Very dry relative humidity out there right now. Let's look at webcams from around other parts of South Central Kentucky. Let's check the one out of Glasgow. You have plenty of sunshine there right now. Most of the temperatures are still running in the 60s on those mesonet sites. We will quickly drop into the 50s as the sun goes down in the next hour to 90 minutes or so. Checking Franklin, you have mostly sunny skies. You made it into the upper 60s this afternoon. And in Columbia, skies are mostly sunny, and that will translate to fair skies for you as we roll into this Wednesday evening. Mesonet temperatures, again, mainly running in the 60s right now, and they will quickly drop once that sun sets in the next hour and a half. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to grab a jacket or light sweater before you step out the door. Pollen count still on the high side thanks to trees. Right now that is at an 8.1. No rain to flush it out for the time being, so it's likely to stay high as we move on into Thursday and also Friday. At least the AQI remains low right now. The UV index was at 8 today. It's going to be that way again tomorrow, so make sure for outdoor activities in the late morning to mid-afternoon that you've got SPF 15 or greater slathered on your skin. Let's show you the southeast loop here on the radar and satellite composite. Everybody high and dry across Kentucky right now. High pressure firmly in control of the weather pattern. That high is located to our north as we pan in that direction. And that is dominating not only our region, but a good chunk of the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Upper Plains right now. And that will keep the atmosphere suppressed. Therefore, no significant shot for rain for the remainder of this work week. In fact, we'll show you Future Max Predictor, and it will depict fair skies tonight. And overnight lows dropping into the lower 40s. Going to be a chilly start to the day on Thursday. I wouldn't be surprised to see a few upper 30s even in our easternmost sections. There could be a touch of frost out that way towards, say, Lake Cumberland, especially in the sheltered areas. I don't think it'll be much more than that. There's a frost advisory in effect for the mountains of eastern Kentucky. Moving forward through tomorrow, temperatures will top out in the upper 60s, maybe just a touch warmer than we had today with a mix of sun and clouds during the afternoon. And then we'll progress through tomorrow night. Again, things look dry there, and that's also the case as we move on into Friday. A little bit warmer, and that's a trend that will carry over to the weekend as we will top out in the lower 70s to conclude our work week. Now let's check the GFS Long Ranger. Changes are coming, especially as we move into next week. We're going to be dealing with some rain chances starting late Sunday, a shot for a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm, and then progressing through next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, there will be possibilities for more rain. I don't think it's going to be raining everywhere every day through that period. The bottom line, though, it does look unsettled down the stretch. And the WPC 7-day rainfall forecast is showing some rain, again, most of that between Sunday and Wednesday. Your 13-hour forecast tonight, it is going to be cooling down as we go through the 50s all the way down to the 40s late. Jackets will be needed by the kiddos.
Okay. A big part of the police debate in Washington, D.C. centers around qualified immunity, a controversial federal doctrine that protects officers accused of violating the Constitution while on duty. Now, a possible compromise with police departments held financially liable in civil lawsuits, not the individual officers. Senator Rand Paul weighing in this afternoon.
You know, I think that bad police officers need to be fired from police forces and should be held responsible. But I am concerned that if we open up and encourage lawsuits, that all of a sudden everybody that's arrested and handcuffed will be suing for, wrongful arrest. And so I can see how the lawsuits could go too far.
The George Floyd bill, which passed the House in March, would end qualified immunity for all local, state, and federal law enforcement officers, but it does not have enough votes to advance in the Senate in its current form.
Right now, the WKU Lady Toppers are taking on the UTSA Roadrunners in Game 3 of the Conference USA Tournament today. Now, the Lady Tops have already made a bit of history by just making the conference tournament this year. WKU was the first to host the tournament since Florida Atlantic did it back in 2014 and actually make it. The Lady Tops will have to pull it all together against a tough UTSA team. They got a 4-2 win over MTSU earlier today. We'll bring you the highlights from the battle against the Roadrunners tonight at 10. Coach Stansbury and the men's basketball team picked up a commitment from 6'11" big man today. Darius Miles from Odessa Junior College in Texas will be a Hilltopper. The center from Dallas comes to the Hill after just 1 year at the junior college level. This will be some much needed size and depth to that WKU front court, who will be looking to replace center in Conference USA Player of the Year, Charles Bassey. The Bowling Green Hot Rods are just about to start their second home game of the season against the Asheville Tourists. Now, last night was a chilly opener, but pitcher Peyton Brentonfield was on fire. The 23-year-old struck out 9 Asheville batters in just 4 innings and gave up 0 hits with just 1 walk. The home team will look to repeat last night's performance and get another big win. First pitch is scheduled for 6:35 tonight. The Reds were in play today looking to get revenge over the Pittsburgh Pirates and get back to 500 on the season. This game was a hard watch for a while, but then, because it was all tied at 1 at the end of the 9th inning, but we would pick it up in some extra baseball. So at the top of the 10th, Cincinnati exploded for 4 runs and went up 5-1. Well, that will be all she wrote. Enough to beat Pittsburgh. The Reds win and are back to 500 at 17-17 on the year. And that's your look at sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
Repeating breaking news, a standoff going on in Glasgow, Kentucky on Humble Avenue, where police say a man is armed inside the building. They've been there since 3:45 this afternoon. We'll keep you updated as we get new information.